thank you for this night. But in doing so, when they were reading, they always said I left 75 billion. I always like to correct it whenever people say that. We didn't borrow because I saw when they talked about we didn't borrow from the bank and no bond was issued, nobody clapped because it was bad business for most people here. We didn't borrow because we know it would be difficult for us to pay back. Some states are borrowing because they can pay back. But for me, the reason why we didn't borrow is that we needed to first, I always tell people always say, what is your greatest achievement in Anambra State? I always say to them, bringing civility and order in governance. It is not about infrastructure. It's not about infrastructure. It's not about this or that. The bringing order in governance is more critical. Some of you might not know that the greatest problem we face is not just corruption, but even indiscipline and irresponsibility of office holders. There's nowhere in the world you see somebody who is supposed to be a custodian of the law breaking the law consistently, except in this country. Because he makes sure he jumps the queue if other people are queuing. He makes sure he does everything that is wrong. So for me, doing that was the most critical thing. Let me plead with all of you this night. Whenever people talk about you, all of you are being to good schools. I always have friends like you who tell me about Singapore and this and that. And what I tell them that if you go to Singapore, and that's the only example I'll use, the best people are in government. The best brain is in government. I plead with all of you, as you enjoy and do whatever you do in your good office and everything, please do not leave governance to the least in the society. That's what we are doing today. The role models we have in government are the least in the society. And all of us are complaining. There's no way we won't complain. There's no way. People say to me, how were you able to save money? It was very simple. All we did was to shut down the cost of governance. In 8 years, I never had a governor's lodge in Abuja. Why should I have it? I don't live in Abuja. It's not necessary. As a governor's lodge in Lagos, you can go and see it. I lived it for 25 years. I don't live in Lagos. Why should we have governor's office in Lagos? In one year alone, we cut the cost of governor's travel by 80%. Why? When they invite me to Abuja for meeting, I'm the only person invited. Why should I go with 30 other people who nobody invited? And they have no reason to be there. And that's what is happening. You don't need to go too far. No, it's important that you know that. That is what is your problem, the cost. I have to pay for 30 people, nobody invited for the meeting. They constitute a nuisance to the traveling public at the airport. I go to the hotel and pay for them. And you know, because they're idle, they eat more. Because they have nothing they're doing. Why should I pay for them? And that was the cost. And it's important that if you people get involved, because when people say, they say, where did you get the money from? We didn't get the money from anywhere. We had 12 governors' guest house when I started. I shut all of them down. I'm a married man. If I finish work, I go home. There's no reason why I should go to guest house. Because he's the governor. The governor has to live an exemplary life. It's important that you people, the reason why I'm saying this is for you to get involved. I give you one example that saved us over $500 million. Obasanjo was to visit Anambra State. In my tenure, he has phoned me. He's there and they said, I have to build the presidential lodge. I said, the president doesn't live in Anambra State. Why should I build a lodge for him? By the time I know it, they have directed somebody who had already packaged contract of $500 million. I said, we will build the house. Within 6 months, we will complete it. I said, not as long as I'm here. You're not going to build this place. The president can come in the morning and go in the evening. He doesn't have to sleep here. He doesn't have to sleep here, and I'm not going to do it. When the president phoned me directly, when Obasanjo said, yes, he must sleep in Anambra State, I went to him. I said, Mr. President, it's very simple. I have a lodge as a governor. My bed, everything is there. What I'm going to do, I went to his people, let me vacate this place for 1 month. For you people, you stay here. When you go, I come back. I don't need to build a new house. And believe me, they accepted my own position, but took my keys for 1 week. I asked my wife, listen, carry everything out. We'll go 1 week, let them stay here. He slept in my own bedroom and everything. And 1 week we spent in a hotel in Oka, 120,000 naira. That would have cost us $1 million naira. Why are we going to do it? We don't need a lodge. Because when people say it, they say, how did you do it? We shut down the cost of everything. And I can say it here, Access people, banker here. I have in Anambra State, the day I left, today, not even today I left, have at least $50 million. I didn't say naira, in Access Bank. They have at least $56 million in Fidelity Bank, and they have at least $50 million in Diamond Bank. Because we said we will save our money. We don't need to. But I'm saying all of you here can do it. There's enough money in this country. The irresponsibility, waste is too much. The greed is too high. This is the only country where people like me in office wants to own everything in the world. It is not so. You don't need to. You can serve your people, reduce your greed, and produce maximally. So please, I urge all of you, the part of building this country, you can do it. I've handed over to one of you. And like I told him the day I handed over, I spent my time, I spent my energy, I spent whatever little savings I have to make sure that he is the governor. He started well. Everybody listened to me the day I handed over to him. I have no agreement with him. I have nothing with him. The only thing I have with him is, please build a better future for the children of Anambra State. Give them a better life. All of you here can participate. Go to your various wards, your various communities, in various ways, and help us to build. Nobody can build this country. We have no other country except this one. Nobody can do it. Not the people who are there today. I'm happy Ben is there. Let me tell you, the characters of the people that are there cannot change it. They cannot build it. So if you want to stay here and think that, oh, they will change it. No, 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 no. They will not change it. I always tell people that when I went to Anambra State, it was a case of where lunatics were in charge of the asylum. I needed to put them back to the asylum and build a better place for the society. So you can do it and you can change it. So collectively, please, when you go back to your homes this night, look at your children. When you look at your children, you make up your mind. We must stop this abuse of our country. Otherwise, the society we abuse today will take its revenge on our children tomorrow. Let us build a better place for them. Thank you and God bless you.